Hi everyone, and welcome to lesson 3 of learning to sight sing. Now, we did have this lesson yesterday for choir and I recorded it and then I accidentally deleted it. So I'm re-recording it now so that we keep the series going on YouTube, and hopefully we'll be back to joining the choir lessons. But for now, we are going to start out with a review of the things that we have already covered in previous lessons. So let's just start out with the C major scale. So we're going to sing it and we're going to sing the note names, and I'm hoping that you can start to do this without needing to refer to, you can have the music in front of you but maybe cover up the note names and see if you can sing the note names and watch how your voice moves up and down the line of music, and just knowing where your voice is in relation to the pitch of those notes. So after 2, 1, 2. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, B, A, G, F, D, D, C. I got one wrong. Hopefully did better than me, but let's do it one more time. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. The second thing that we'll review are the numbers underneath the scale, and we're looking at 1, 3, 5, 1, 5, 3, 1. So after 2, we'll sing that 1, 2. 1, 3, 5, 1, 5, 3, 1. When you get really familiar with the placement in a scale of 1, 3, 5, 1, 5, 3, 1. So let's do it one more time. 1, 3, 5, 1, 5, 3, 1. And then of course, we can't forget our rhymes and things to remember: the treble clef notes and the bass clef notes. So, test for you. In the treble clef, so this is for the ladies for now, treble clef, can you tell me the rhyme for the lines on the treble clef? Or you can tell yourself because I'm not going to hear you. So rhyme for the lines in the treble clef. Hopefully you said every good boy deserves fruit. If you did, good job, correct. And then again, treble clef, the spaces. Hopefully you said F, A, C, E. And if you did, again, correct and good job. Okay, men. Treble clef review. Let's start with the lines in the treble clef. Hopefully you are saying good boys deserve fruit always. And then our spaces in the bass clef, there's 4 of them. And hopefully you're saying all cows eat grass. And if you did, well done. So these are things that we just want to get into everyone's mind, so it's just so easy for you to identify notes, either the treble clef for now, if you're ladies, or if you're men, the bass clef for now. So that's our review section done. Now we're going to look at one concept today, and that's the concept of the interval. So last lesson we looked at intervals and we looked at being able to count them. So I'll put an interval up on the screen, and it's going to be an E on the bottom and a G on the top. And if you are watching this lesson for the first time, I want you to count and work out what is the size of the interval. Is it unison, a second, a third, a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, or an eighth / octave? So look at the notes. You're going to count the bottom note as number 1, any notes in between, and then you're going to stop on the top note. So the size of that interval is a third. We start on E. We count F as number 2, and then G is our third note. So we're going to concentrate now on the interval of a third. And this is particularly useful for, I think, altos, because often there'll be a soprano line running and the alto will be a third away. So it's helpful in 2 main scenarios that I have found for me. The first is you're singing the soprano line, but you're trying to get to the alto. If you know a third, you can sing the soprano line and then you can easily drop down to the alto line, and then you're on the alto line there. And the second way it can be used is just if you're singing and there's an interval of a third in either direction, you already know in advance how far to move your voice. And so you are able to sing accurately that interval. So the E, G. Now for those who know their music theory, this is technically a minor interval, but let's not worry about that too much. So when you sing E on La, La, and then G, La, La, La. So that's the interval of a third. Let's do it backwards. Let's sing the G first and then the E. La, La. So now I'm going to sing the G. La. I want you to sing the E. La. So hopefully you sang it correctly. So I'm going to sing the G again. La. You sing the E. La. And hopefully you matched. And if you didn't, work out, was I really far away? Did I jump too much? And then practice bringing your voice up to the correct note. Or did I jump not enough? And then practice putting a bit more of a gap in your voice and hitting the interval correctly. Once we learn these things, we can practice it for later. Okay, so let's do another interval. So we're going to do C and E. C, E. So if I sing C, La, can you sing the E? La. Let's do it again. I'll sing the C. La. Can you sing E? La. Okay, let's do the reverse. Let's go E. La. La. I'll sing the E. La. La. So try and practice that throughout the week. Let's just do one more. Move into F major. Let's do an F. La. An A. La. Let me sing the F and then you sing the A. La. La. Do it again. I'll sing the F, you sing the A. La. La. Hopefully you matched. You just use your ears and make any adjustments that you need. And let's do it the opposite direction. I'll sing the A, you sing the F. You can sing the A with me, by the way. La. La. Again. La. La. Okay, so introduction to intervals is the interval of a third. Very handy to know. So practice a little bit throughout the week and we'll see you at next week's lesson. So your practice for this week is to review your treble clef rhymes. So every good boy deserves fruit, and FACE for ladies, or if you're a man, do the bass clef. Good boys deserve fruit always for the lines, and all cows eat grass for the spaces. Do a little bit of work with your scales. And also your arpeggios with the notes, with the numbers 1, 3, 5, 1, 5, 3, 1. I'll do it again. And then if you're singing, especially if you have access to a piano, you can come back to this lesson and just practice where we did the intervals. Practice La. What's the third above that? La, La. What's the third below that? La. Very good things, and we'll see you at next week's lesson, and hopefully I'll remember to record it and I won't delete it by accident. See you then.